Fancy?
Chief Bennett. Good morning, sir.
Sam will do for now.
How's my mother feeling?
Better. Although hearing Pilar was shot really shook her up.
Yeah, I can imagine. And Pilar worked for my mother before she worked for my family.
Were you at the fair when Luis got the call?
Yes. Luis was beside himself. We all were. I still can't understand how someone got my family's private alarm code to get into the mansion and rob it, and the worst part is, Pilar just happened to be there when it happened.
Where's Luis?
I haven't seen him yet. He must have stopped by the hospital to see Pilar on his way in. And maybe she remembered something about who shot her.
Well, maybe. But even if she doesn't, Luis will not rest until he finds the culprit.
Got that right?
Nothing new in your mom?
I don't give a damn who the hell did this. But when I find him, I'm gonna deal with him myself, my way.
Luis, do I need to remind you about keeping a cool head? You can't use your position on the force to play vigilante. I mean, even talking about getting revenge on the person who shot your mom could compromise your bid to make detective again. Or, of course, put this department in a bad position. Now, I don't want to take you off this case, but I will.
Don't take me off of the case, all right? I'm just angry, okay?
Luis, I understand where you're coming from. I mean, Spike drugged Jessica, turned her into a hooker. Now, I didn't want to go to prison for killing him. So I'm just going to bide my time and let him do himself in.
Or maybe he already has. Spike's still my #1 suspect for shooting my mom and robbing the mansion.
Well, nothing surprises me about Spike. I was going to talk to Jessica about what she knew, but after I read your report, it seems that Spike has an alibi, and a pretty strong one at that.
After you read my report, I haven't even written my report yet.
Yes, I wrote the report for you, Luis.
Why? Huh? What are you trying to do?
I was trying to help you. Your mother's in the hospital after being shot during a burglary at my family's home. And I knew you'd want to see her this morning, and since I was with you at the start of your investigation and I knew you wouldn't have time to do the report, I did it myself.
Yeah, but you've never written a police report before. This has to go to the court, which means it has to be thorough, unbiased, and accurate.
Luis, it was a well-written report. Very thorough, in fact.
Thank you, Chief Bennett.
Don't coddle her, Chief.
I'm not. I'm just saying that it was a very good report.
Thanks.
That's it?
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. But don't ever do it again without asking me.
But you said to be a good cop, that means to take the initiative.
She's got you there, Luis.
Yeah, but you're not a cop yet. You're just a cadet in training, which means that you defer to me.
Like my servants at home defer to me.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable.
What?
You two.
What are you talking
You know
about?
exactly what I'm talking about. You just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, what about the case?
Yeah, the case. I would love to pin this on Spike, but unfortunately he has an alibi, so it looks like we're gonna have to find another suspect.
Not necessarily.
Chris stated that he saw Spike at the fair the same time your mom was shot.
Yeah, that's assuming that you believe Chris. I don't.
Well, why not? I mean, do you know something about Sheridan's husband that the rest of us don't? Do you have any evidence that Chris is not on the up and up?
Evidence? No, I don't have any evidence, okay? I've got a bad vibe that something's not right with him.
Well, normally I would trust your vibe. But I can't help but wonder if something more isn't going on.
Like what?
Wow, would you be this suspicious of Chris if he wasn't Sheridan's husband?
You think that I'm suspicious of Chris because he's married to Sheridan? No. Okay, there's a lot more than that.
Chris saved your life in Hawaii.
Yeah, I know that, okay? I used to think that he was a good guy.
Well, what changed your mind?
Lots of little things. One time I was talking to Sheridan on the phone. Chris was eavesdropping. When Sheridan hung up, he stayed on the line. He said, "Sheridan is mine now, okay?" I'm sorry, but good guys, they don't just say stuff like that, okay?
I hope you're wrong. Anyway, I read your report about the attack. Jessica, you know what? I'm so happy that you and Fancy got there when you did.
Well, Simone and Paloma deserve the credit. They did an amazing job of protecting Jessica as long as they did.
I'm surprised by what you wrote about Fancy.
Well, I thought she did a good job.
You think Fancy will make a good cop?
I don't know. Being a cop isn't just a job. It's a way of life.
Is it ever?
Well, we made the sacrifices. I'm just not sure that Fancy can make those sacrifices or even should.
It's a tough call. Don't get me wrong, I love what I do, and I couldn't see myself doing anything else. But I have to wonder if working those long hours took a toll on my marriage to Grace. If maybe that's why she left me and the kids to be with David.
I'm still not sure that you can actually be a cop, be totally committed to the job, and have a relationship.
You'll see it's possible, Luis. I'm gonna show you firsthand.
I'm not sure you can be a cop and have a relationship.
You can if the right person comes along.
This was just faxed to you, Luis. It's marked urgent.
It's a ballistics report for my mother's shooting. Well, I should have known.
What?
Bullet that was used to shoot my mother matches a bullet that was used in a Harmony nightclub shooting, a nightclub that Spike owns.
Wait, how is that possible? Spike has an alibi. Chris said he saw him at the fair at the time your mother was shot.
Here's another interesting match. The bullet from the gun used to shoot Mama matches the one that hit Chris.
Isn't that just coincidence?
I don't think so. Maybe Chris is the one that needs an alibi and not Spike. There's something going on here. I'm gonna find out what it is.